right, Chad, we got another video we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch shows that I would hate to live in.
Up, just like movies, I always wanted to
shows I would hate to live in.
And again, not like on TV.
How I get rid of ads, spend like $6.
Now that I've wised up, I realize I don't want to be in any of these shows. These shows would be terrible to live in. And that's what we're going over today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over some shows I'd absolutely hate to live in. And
Now, Chad, don't judge me if I don't know some of these shows, because I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a chance that I don't know some of these. So we're just gonna, skedaddle past that, and I'm just gonna say if I could live in that world, if I would hate to live in that world.
I know
tonight.
Everyone doesn't watch every show, so I'll try and tell you everything you need to know before I explain why I'd hate living in them, all right? And in the end, I'll go over one of the shows that I would not only hate to live in the most, but also a show I've been meaning to talk about for a minute.
Stranger Things?
And without further ado,
Stranger Things can't be that bad, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Stranger Things is that bad.
I love this series. Like, I really do love it, bro. The movie made me cry. But please keep me away from the show. Before I even talk about it, let me give you the rundown like I said. If you've never seen it, Chainsaw Man's is anime where we follow this teenager named Denji, who after getting murdered
I haven't seen this. Is it? Chat, also, when we're going through this, let me know if it's a good show. Let me know if I should check this out. I've heard about Chainsaw Man. I've heard like 3 people mention Chainsaw Man. Let me know if this is something I should go tap into.
Comes back to life with the ability to release chainsaws from his body and becomes a devil hunter. And you see, that's where the problem lies in this.
That's a fucking insane.
Not the chainsaws coming out the body thing. That probably
thing to be able to do.
But the devils. The world in this show is full of them. And these
full of devils? Yeah, you lost me with that.
Devils in this show are pretty much human-hating, human-eating monsters that come from fear. Human fears. Each one of them being a different concept. Concept? What do I mean? Well, let's take.
So you telling me these niggas are just people's fears from real life? Like, let's just say I have a fear of something. I have a fear of clowns that shoot ray gun beams. Is that something that like would be put into the fucking show, or like that would come into reality?
For example, something I'm scared of. Dolls. I don't rock with them, and neither do a lot of people on Earth. I ain't alone. And in the Chainsaw Man world, this fear we have for them would be enough to create a doll devil, but only one. You following? So now imagine that whole process I just said, but for like every single thing ever. I mean it too, everything. A car devil, a doctor devil, an awkward silence devil. Anything could be a devil as long as people are scared.
Collective human fear, a lot of people share.
Since a devil
so it's not just like one from one person.
The strongest ones are not only the most feared, but they can gain or lose strength depending on what's going on in the world. New Conjuring film drops, Ghost Devil gets stronger. Inflation goes up, unemployment devil gets stronger. Ceasefire happens, Israel devil gets weaker. Message! It's such a cool power system, but like, I'm admiring it from a distance. I don't want to live there. It would be terrifying. You don't know when they could randomly.
I mean, I get it though. Cause let's be real. This is probably the one that makes the most sense out of like anything, simply because if your fears can come to life, that's the worst fucking thing ever. And like, right? Like that makes a lot of sense of why you wouldn't want to live in this one.
Imagine you just chilling at the crib one day in the living room, minding your business. Oh, wow. It's a really nice day outside. The gun devil just seized the glass of the crib in 5 cities. And they don't even gotta be to that scale. Even if you get rolled by a really scary devil, you'd probably get packed. You're human. And in that situation, dying wouldn't even be the worst part. It's the aftermath. It would be embarrassing. Imagine my homies come to my funeral asking what killed me. Did they say what got him? Yeah, they said it was the cheese devil. There's hella lactose intolerant people. It probably could.
Cheese
devil?
That's
not even me mentioning devil contracts. I'm not even gonna get into that. Like I said, I love this show, but Chainsaw Man is horrible to live in. But I'd rather live in
Chainsaw Man. So this chainsaw dude, he goes around killing these demons. Does the Chainsaw Man have a fear? Right? Does the Chainsaw Man have his own fear? You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, then I'll fuck with it. I'll fuck with it. The Amazing Digital Sir. Why did I hear about? I just seen something about this on. I just seen something about this.
For as vibrant and as colorful as this show may seem,
I just seen something about this.
Like, this show is prison. This show is an indie animated show where we follow this group of people who are trapped in a video game. The Amazing Digital Circus. They put on these headsets one day, were transported into the game, and now they're stuck. So it's kind of like Sword Art Online, minus, you know, the weird brother and sister stuff. And I think the reason for this one is pretty straightforward, guys. Why would I ever want to be in this situation? Why? If I'm in here, I'd literally be trapped. Trapped as a goofy looking
Case we're gonna watch it, so that means that he does.
If one of y'all draw me as one, I want to see what y'all think I look like. With no memory of my name and forced to go on daily adventures by this lunatic AI that's running the circus. This junk is horrible. And that's not even all of it, because if, or should I say when, I eventually lose my mind in this world, I'll abstract, which is pretty much the equivalent of death. You become a giant digital monster and they pretty much toss you in the basement forever. This place is terrible, and that's just episode 1 stuff. When you combine that with the stuff we learned in the latest episode, man, this place is purgatory. Only bright side about this place is the people you're stuck with are pretty chill. Like hanging out with Kinger or Zubul would be dope. And there might be a way to get out. I know after the latest episode it's not looking like it, but I still believe. Unless it's like that one Black Mirror episode.
Is it just me? But this really don't sound that bad. Like this genuinely just does not sound very terrible. I really feel like this is pretty. I mean, you're stuck in a video game. I mean, what's
so where instead of being a real person trapped, you're actually a copy of someone real, but just in the game. That'd be messed up.
Welcome to Derry. I mean, as a teenager, yes. I'm a full grown ass adult, like. But it's crazy because my fear. Okay, I don't even want to sit here and lie and say that I have a fear of clowns, but I heavily dislike them niggas. When I go to Six Flags, I know where the clowns be at, and I will walk around the entire map. I said map, the entire Six Flags, the whole grounds, just to avoid them niggas. No cap.
So I just finished watching this show, and let me tell you something. If I'm not stepping a
like exactly, Welcome to Derry is not that bad.
A follicle of me and Derry. Before I even get into it, if you don't know, this show in simple terms is a prequel to the movie It. You know, killer clown named Pennywise likes to eat kids, but just
I really need season 2 to come out.
More about him and
really need season 2 to come out.
Goes up to before the 80s. And the special thing about this show is this is the first show on the list to have multiple reasons why I would never ever want to live there. First of them obviously being this dude Pennywise. A lot of y'all may know I've spoken about this guy on my channel before, saying how I'd beat the white off his skin and bully him to death. But y'all, I don't know what happened in those 20-something years between this show and the movie, but this dude in the show is way more terrifying than in the movie. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I don't know what happened, but this dude glued down those 27 years. He's washed.
I ain't gonna cap, nigga. I want everybody dead because they killed Richie. I want everybody gone. I don't think y'all understand how upset and how bad I want to cry because they took my boy Richie from me. I really don't think y'all understand. I really don't think y'all understand how bad I was hurt by my nigga Richie dying. That shit hurt me to the core. I was damn near, I was watching that shit, bro. I was finna cry. I ain't gonna lie. I was teary eyed, you know, I was damn near finna start stuttering. I was talking and all that shit. But they bogus as hell. They bogus as hell, gang. The season 2 is no, I heard they were going backwards. I heard they were going like 27 years before.
It's insane. Like in the movie, yeah, he'll do some scary stuff like transform into a creepy painted lady or a giant lumberjack statue. But in the show, this guy will shapeshift into your deceased mother and make
this nigga was OD with this.
Birth to you again.
This nigga was OD as fuck.
I see what I mean. This dude in the show is different.
He was way more scary. He was way more scary.
These kids started popping pills to avoid being scared of Pennywise. Like, this is ridiculous. Why didn't I think of that? Point is, if you living in Derry and this dude got an eye on you, just hang it up, bro, because it ain't even up to you. You gotta just pray this dude thinks you won't taste good or he's just not hungry today. And that's another thing that's bad about this. Since you a kid, even if you go and tell people you seen this dude, they not gonna believe you. You a kid, and it's the 60s. Even if you tell your parents,
they say you was off that shit.
Cold War times, baby. World War III could happen any second. Ain't got time to be worrying about your kids. But that ain't even the worst about Derry, because even if you don't run into Penny, like I just said, let's not forget, this show is based in the 1960s. which, in my opinion, might be even worse than dealing with Pennywise. Because aside from the fact that there wasn't much to do in the
nigga, there's racism.
Like, I don't know, smoke cigarettes indoors. Let's remember, these times were not the safest for colored folk. And this show showed that very clearly. Like, I already knew how bad the racism was back then from what I learned in US history. But seeing it on the screen, bro, these motherfuckers was really racist. Like, shockingly racist. I
did love that about the show. I do think the worst part about living in Derry is the racist. It's not a town where you take your family and want to live there. Like, that nigga was tripping, moving his family into that town. I would have never did no shit like that. I mean,
dive into it too much, but if you want to know how bad
I can't.
There's a show where this one guy gets wrongfully accused of murking 3 kids, and when he's given an opportunity to clear his name by just saying where he was the night of the incident, he refuses. Yeah, he refuses in fear of getting into more trouble, which just had me thinking, damn, what could this guy have been doing that could get you into
fucking on that white woman.
Triple homicide. You want to know what he was doing? Hanging out with a white woman. That's
fucking on that white woman.
A little more than just hanging out. They got a little more buddy-buddy than that. And she was married. But still, that probably has some of y'all thinking, why wouldn't he just say that? An affair is clearly not worse than murking 3 children, right? And you're right. That would definitely not get you in trouble today. But in the 60s, if the wrong group of white men get wind that their abusive buddy's wife had relations with a black man, they grabbing a phone book, grabbing a rope, grabbing their robe, and then after that, they ride at dawn. Yeah, this junk used to be a
chat. Wasn't people's, like, were people addresses in the phone book? Why do I feel like that was a thing? I remember my grandparents having a phone book when I was very, 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 very young. I'm pretty sure people's addresses were in those phone books. Is that not the most insane shit ever? Like, do y'all know how easy it is to hit a lick on somebody and backdoor a nigga, and all you gotta do is look up their name in a telephone book? That's crazy.
You know how ridiculous that is? Like,
I forgot telephone books. Saying I'm old is crazy. I'm not even that old.
But doing it off the basis of race is just even more stupid. Because does that mean if it was a white dude sleeping with his wife, he would have just been cool with it?
Go ahead, honey. F him all you want.
Yeah,
she over there getting fucked.
This place is the worst, bro. The crazy part is there's even more messed up racist stuff that happens later in the show. But I
think the racism stuff is the worst part.
With freaking Pennywise, yeah, there's gonna be horrible.
Not even Pennywise, bro.
Of him, though. Don't get it twisted. But the show version, if he had my friend Hodges like he had that one dude in the first movie, and I told him to give him back, and he told me no,
he would have snapped his neck. I ain't gonna lie.
Friends is good.
He would have snapped his neck.
That I've been wanting to talk about for a minute. No need to introduce.
Don't get me wrong, the Demogorgons. I haven't even watched Stranger Things since. I haven't watched Stranger Things since like season 2, season 3, because I just feel like after season 2, season 3, they just started doing way too much. And I'm sorry, when nobody dies in the fucking story for real, I just feel like it's not as good. People have to die in order to continue. If nobody dies and everybody just gets to keep continuing, it's just not as good of a fucking story as it would. That's just how I feel, bro. Somebody got to go.
Produce this one.
Somebody got to go.
This show, Stranger Things. Now, look, I really like this show.
I was as much as I like to this motherfucker show.
Love for years, and I mean years. This chunk has been out since I was an 8th grader. You know how insane that is?
Nigga, I was like,
being pretty much
I was a senior in high school, bro.
Now I'm freaking 6 years older than them. That's crazy. As much as I like it, if I had a choice, I'm not living in Hawkins, Indiana. I'm not. From season 1 through season 5, this place has been the epicenter of so many problems, it's not even funny. Season 1, you got a Demogorgon, which is pretty much a monster running around trying to eat you. Season 2, you don't have a Demogorgon,
which is not that bad.
Demo dogs trying to eat you. Season 3,
not
you got
that
the
bad.
Mind Flayer, town folk possessed by the
that's
Mind Flayer,
bad.
and
Okay.
Russians after you.
Okay, you got me with that. You got me with that. I wouldn't. Who the fuck is this? Why he look like the nigga from the Avengers, bro? The squid looking nigga from the Avengers.
4, you got Vecna, who's pretty much the one running the whole operation, going after you. And then season 5 is just season 4, but he's stronger now, and everyone got 25% cornier. This is horrible. And the main cast is the ones that have to deal with all of it. And I'm gonna be honest, if I'm in their shoes, I don't think I'm making it. Not as a main character. Whether it be death or me running away, I wouldn't last long. Matter of fact, I'll go down every season and I'll tell you every moment I would have called it if I even made it there. Season 1. The second me and the gang find out Will is missing and find his little girl near where he went missing and she got superpowers, yeah, deuces, peace out. Unless it's me getting those powers, peace. Season 2, Will start doing that hallucinating neck touching stuff in front of me.
Yeah, that would have took him out. It depends. Okay, so look. All of these shows, the question of it being a show I would hate to live in, it evolves around am I the main character? If I'm the main character, valid reasons to say no, I will not live in this bitch. But if I'm just a normal ass person in these shows, I'm cool. I mean, it's gonna be a little fuck up, a little hiccup here and there. Niggas might die. It's gonna be a little sad and shit. But honestly, like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad if I'm not a main character.
I'm out. Especially if I ever see him cough up a slug.
Ew, what the fuck?
I'm out. Then season 3. See, season 3 is unique because at first it'll seem like everything is smooth. It's the summer. 11 closed the gate last season. Milfs is chilling at the pool and stuff. We good.
You talking about Milfs?
We got Russia involved in our business now. Russia, a world superpower, is involved in our business. Season 4, I don't even gotta see anything really. I probably won't even make it to Vecna. Cause when I hear the description of Chrissy's body after what Vecna did to her, yeah, I think I'm gonna sit this one out, y'all. And then season 5. After the stuff we went through in
wasn't Chrissy was his mom, right? I think Chrissy was his mom.
Season 4, anything is enough for me to dip at this point. My guy, Max is in a coma. So the second I hear Dustin say some corny stuff like, I wanna see Vecna's heart on a platter. Are you serious, bro? What are you gonna do about it? I'm out.
Didn't one of them turn gay?
Being in the main cast.
Or wasn't Will gay?
Regular person in Hawkins, not a part of the main cast. I'm not willing to be here. Cause if I'm not in the main cast, that means I don't know anything about what's going on in this world at all. So imagine if I'm in season 4 and I hear that Vecna clock. I'm not gonna be prepared. I won't even know what's going on. I'm gonna just be like, hey, that's a neat looking clock. And it's gonna be like that every time because I'm a curious guy. Doesn't matter what situation I'm in. A main cast member, a main cast parent, a civ. If I'm in Hawkins, Indiana, I'm finished. Even if I'm born straight into Hawkins lab and I'm one of them telekinetic force wielding children, I would just get freaking slimed out by Henry, so it don't matter. Man, you couldn't freaking pay.
Chat, do I go watch this shit? I haven't watched this shit since like the middle of season 3. Should I go watch this shit? Cause is it really as good as everybody was making it to be?
Even excluding all this upside down Vecna stuff, I still don't want to be there. Not only would I, let's be honest, probably be a nerd so I'd get bullied, but also there's a chance I'd be friends with the main cast and I don't want to be friends with the main cast. Yeah, it might sound crazy because all of them seem cool and all, but I've been noticing patterns and I can confidently say these dudes are some snakes. Who would want to be in a friend group when you got dudes like Will trying to take his homegirl's boyfriend and dudes like Steve who's trying to take
what? Trying to take his home? Who the fuck was Will trying to get after in this fucking show?
Away from Jonathan, who originally took Nancy away from him. You think I'm gonna be cool with these dudes? You must be out of your mind. You can't have shit in this friend group. Especially if it was like the Steve, Jonathan, and Nancy situation. I'd be pissed. I'm too insecure for that. Let my girl bandage up her ex how Nancy was bandaging up Steve last season in the Upside Down. I'm gonna be heated when she come back.
Oh, like, me. That's when you gotta beat a bitch. That's when you gotta beat a bitch.
Oh, that's only 2 or 3 people out of the whole group. And to that I say, that's 2 or 3 snakes too many. Let me put it like this.
Yeah, no cap, bro.
Of 10 apples, right? And out of those 10, 2 or 3 of them could take your girl from you. You probably not buying the batch, are you? That's all I'm saying. I'm not willing to take the risk. These dudes cannot be my homies. Still love y'all though. At the time of recording this, season 5 volume 1 is only out, so I don't know how it ends yet. Maybe it'll give me more reasons to want to live there. But I have some predictions.
No.
Spoiler warning, because these might be accurate. I don't know. I'm kind of a genius. Starting with a crazy one. Someone's gonna die. Not for real though. I think Robin and Steve are probably gone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see it coming. Robin and Steve are too beloved, and they can't keep Steve in the show, bro. He's gonna take Nancy away from Jonathan. Number 8, I don't think she'll die, but maybe. I mean,
yeah, chat, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Living in these shows don't seem that fucking bad. If I'm a main character, okay, I get it. The Chainsaw Man, I get. Chainsaw Man, that's valid. That's valid. Welcome to Derry. If I'm just a grown ass man, I don't see no issue with living there. Yes, it's gonna be fucked up. Kids are gonna die. Like, the whole spiel, everybody's gonna go missing. There's a chance my child are going missing and all this and that. But at the end of the day, I just don't feel like anybody in any of these shows would be hard to live with. That's just me. That's just me. It's not like we living in a fucking GTA lobby. Now, if we was living in the GTA lobby, shit. Yo, with that one, partner.